What if I told you there's stocks that will literally pay you cash every single month just for owning them? And I'm not talking about some complicated trading strategy or crypto nonsense. I'm talking about dividend investing, the wealth-building secret that's made more millionaires than almost any other investment strategy. Here's the crazy part. As of July 2026, dividend stocks in the S&P 500 are yielding an average of 4.2%. That means if you invested $10,000, you'd earn $420 every single year without selling a single share. And that's just the average. Some dividend stocks are paying way more than that. But here's what nobody tells you. Most beginners completely mess this up. They chase high yields without understanding the risks, or they pick the wrong dividend strategy for their goals. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to build a dividend portfolio that actually works. The stocks to look for, the ones to avoid, and the simple strategy that can turn a modest investment into serious monthly cash flow. Let's get into it. First things first, what exactly is a dividend? In the simplest terms, a dividend is a cash payment that a company makes to its shareholders. It's basically the company sharing its profits with you for being an owner. Think of it this way. You buy shares of a company. That company makes money. Instead of keeping all the profits to themselves, they decide to reward shareholders by sending them a portion of those profits. That's your dividend. Most dividend stocks pay quarterly. That means 4 times a year, you get a direct deposit into your brokerage account. But here's where it gets interesting. Some stocks pay monthly, and those are gold for people who want consistent cash flow. The amount you get paid depends on 2 things: how many shares you own and the dividend per share. If a company pays 50 cents per share in dividends and you own 100 shares, you just made $50. Now, the dividend yield is what everyone talks about. It's calculated by taking the annual dividend payment and dividing it by the stock price. So if a stock costs $100 and pays $5 per year in dividends, that's a 5% yield. Here's the kicker. Dividend yields in July 2026 are actually attractive compared to the last decade. With interest rates stabilizing and companies flush with cash, we're seeing some incredible opportunities. But not all dividends are created equal. There are 2 main dividend strategies, and picking the wrong one for your situation is mistake number 1. Strategy 1 is high dividend yield. This is where you go after stocks paying the biggest dividends right now. We're talking yields of 6, 7, even 10% or more. Sounds amazing, right? And it could be, especially if you need income today. Real estate investment trusts, or REITs, often fall into this category. Business development companies, too. These stocks are designed to throw off big cash payments. But here's the catch. High yields often come with high risks. Sometimes a stock has a high yield because the price has crashed. That's called a dividend trap, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Other times, the company just can't sustain those payments long term. Strategy 2 is dividend growth investing. This is where you focus on companies that consistently increase their dividends every single year. The yield might start lower, maybe 2 or 3%, but it grows over time. Companies like Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, and Coca-Cola have increased their dividends for over 50 consecutive years. They're called dividend aristocrats. In 2026, these companies are still rock solid, and their dividend track records are unmatched. Here's why this matters. Let's say you bought a stock 10 years ago with a 3% yield, but that company has increased its dividend by an average of 7% every year. Your yield on cost, the dividend you receive compared to what you originally paid, could now be 6 or 7%. That's the magic of dividend growth. Your income compounds over time without you doing anything. So which strategy should you choose? If you need income today, high yield might make sense. If you're building wealth for the long term, dividend growth is usually the smarter play. Or you can do both. Build a diversified dividend portfolio with some high yielders for current income and some dividend growers for future wealth. That's what most successful dividend investors do in 2026. All right, now the big question. How do you actually pick good dividend stocks? Because this is where people either build wealth or lose money. I'm going to give you 7 criteria that every dividend stock should meet before you invest a single dollar. Number 1, dividend history. Look for companies that have paid dividends consistently for at least 10 years. Even better, look for companies that have increased their dividends every year. This shows stability and commitment to shareholders. Number 2, payout ratio. This is the percentage of earnings that a company pays out as dividends. You want this number to be sustainable. Generally, anything below 70% is good. If a company is paying out 100% or more of its earnings, that's a red flag. Number 3, financial health. Check the company's balance sheet. Do they have manageable debt? Are revenues and profits growing or at least stable? A company struggling financially will eventually cut its dividend. You can find all this information for free on financial websites in 2026. Number 4, industry matters. Some industries are better for dividend investing than others. Utilities, consumer staples, healthcare, and real estate tend to be reliable dividend payers. Tech companies can be good too, but they're more focused on growth. Number 5, competitive advantage. Does this company have something special that protects it from competition? A strong brand, patents, network effects? Companies with moats, as Warren Buffett calls them, can maintain and grow their dividends over time. Number 6, reasonable valuation. Don't overpay for a dividend stock. Look at the price to earnings ratio. Compare it to the company's historical average and to competitors. Just because a stock pays dividends doesn't mean you should buy it at any price. And number 7, management quality. Read the shareholder letters. Listen to earnings calls if you can. Do the leaders of this company care about shareholders? Are they transparent and honest? Good management makes all the difference in long-term dividend investing. I know that seems like a lot of homework, but here's the truth. You only need to do this research once per stock. And in 2026, there are tools and screeners that can filter stocks based on all these criteria. It's easier than ever to find quality dividend stocks. Now let me tell you about the most powerful dividend strategy that beginners completely overlook. It's called dividend reinvestment, and it's how you turn good returns into incredible returns. Here's how it works. Instead of taking your dividend payments as cash, you automatically use them to buy more shares of the stock. Most brokers in 2026 offer this for free. It's called a DRIP, a dividend reinvestment plan. Why is this so powerful? Because you're buying more shares, which generate more dividends, which buy even more shares. It's compound interest on steroids, and you're doing it automatically without commissions or fees. Let me show you the math. Say you invest $10,000 in a stock with a 4% yield and 6% annual growth. If you take the dividends as cash, in 30 years, you'd have about $57,000. But if you reinvest those dividends, you'd have over $100,000. That's an extra $43,000 just from reinvesting. Same initial investment, same stocks, but almost double the money. This is how regular people build serious wealth through dividend investing. Now, should you always reinvest? Not necessarily. If you're retired or need the income to live on, take the cash. That's the whole point. But if you're in accumulation mode, building wealth for the future, reinvesting is almost always the right move. And here's a pro tip for 2026. Some investors reinvest dividends until they hit a specific portfolio value, then switch to taking the income. That way you get the best of both worlds. Growth first, income later. All right, we need to talk about the mistakes that destroy dividend portfolios. Because I see beginners make these same errors over and over in 2026, and it costs them thousands of dollars. Mistake number 1, chasing yield. You see a stock paying an 8 or 10% dividend, and you think you've struck gold. But here's the reality. Super high yields are often a warning sign. The stock price might have crashed because the company is in trouble. Remember, yield goes up when price goes down. If a stock was $100 paying $4 in dividends, that's 4%. But if the stock crashes to $50 still paying $4, suddenly it's an 8% yield. Doesn't mean it's a good investment. Mistake number 2, not diversifying. Putting all your money into 1 or 2 dividend stocks is gambling, not investing. You need at least 15 to 20 different stocks across different industries. Or you can just buy a dividend-focused ETF and get instant diversification. And mistake number 3, ignoring taxes. Dividends are taxable income. Qualified dividends get preferential tax treatment, but you still owe taxes. Use tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs when possible. In 2026, the rules haven't changed much, so take advantage of these accounts. One more mistake: panic selling during downturns. Dividend stocks will go down sometimes. The whole market goes down sometimes. But if the company is still healthy and paying dividends, that's actually your chance to buy more shares at lower prices. The best dividend investors in 2026 are the ones who buy quality companies and hold them for decades. They collect dividends through good times and bad. They reinvest during the dips. And they build wealth that compounds year after year. So here's what to do next. First, open a brokerage account if you don't have one yet. Most platforms in 2026 have zero commissions and low minimums. Second, decide on your strategy. High yield for income now or dividend growth for wealth building. Third, start researching stocks using those 7 criteria we covered. Look for companies with strong dividend histories, sustainable payout ratios, and solid financials. You can find screeners online that do most of this work for you. Fourth, start small. You don't need thousands of dollars to begin. Many dividend stocks in 2026 trade for under $100 per share. Some brokers even offer fractional shares, so you can start with as little as 10 or 20 bucks. And fifth, set up automatic dividend reinvestment. Turn on the drip feature in your brokerage account. Let those dividends buy more shares automatically. This is how you harness the power of compound growth without thinking about it. If all of this still sounds overwhelming, consider starting with a dividend ETF. These funds hold dozens or hundreds of dividend stocks in one investment. You get instant diversification and professional management. In 2026, there are excellent options with expense ratios below 0.2%. If this video helped you understand dividend investing, do me a favor and smash that like button. And subscribe to Operation Wealthy, because we drop new money strategies every single week that actually work in the real world. Dividend investing isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-for-sure strategy. It's how you build passive income that grows every single year. It's how you create financial freedom one dividend payment at a time. Start today, stay consistent, and let compound growth do the heavy lifting. Your future self will thank you.